Welcome. In this third demo, we will show you to create a simple UI and map it to our model. After that, we will show you how to link the database, model, and UI all together. We go to the Tools menu and select the Interfaces menu item. On the next UI, you can select the class, and you will see which interfaces are defined for this class. In our case, there aren't any yet, so we need to create a new one. You see some proxy loading windows, but they occur since I'm on an internal development environment. This normally loads in the background, and it's a lot quicker. The designer opens. We enlarge our Windows interface. We assign a significant name to our interface. We then open the subject menu item. An interface opens with the attributes of the selected class. If we click on an attribute, we can select a field to add to the interface. By the definition in the modeling tool, the designer knows, for instance, that name is a string, and it should use an entry field for this attribute. When we drag the entry field to the interface, we see that we also create a label for that field. We repeat this for the product number. On unit price, we don't see a possible interface component that matches our unit price definition. We'll handle this right after we added the order line widget. For the attribute order line, we have multiple widgets available. For now, we'll go with the tabular list box. This gives us most information about an order line. For the unit price, we will create a regular number entry field in our design. We format the field so it has a euro symbol as prefix and has a fixed 2 decimal point format. We also add a label for this field. Now we need to map the interface widget to our subject. So we select the unit price widget and we go to our subject window. We now select the method radio button. We get a list of methods, and from this list we select the unit price method and we click the map button. You'll see at the bottom info that we now have mapped the method with the widget. We'll now start to rearrange the UI. We add a grid, edit the labels, and place the widgets the way we want the interface to look in the end result. We fast forward to the end of this work, and you see now the interface as it will look in our application. We save the interface and we go back to our launcher, where you find the UI in the package it was stored in. We can open the browser from this window, and you will see that we have the classic create items method generated by the ObjectStudio designer. For this demo, we've created a connect method that we want to show you. This method will create a database login, assign this login to a session for our descriptor system created in demo number 2. We then connect to the database. If we now read an article from the database, the descriptor system will create the article objects with the information from the descriptor system. The interface has an extra method, namely initial subject class name. This registers the class type of this particular UI, so it knows how to link a subject to the certain widget. The create items method is a classic ObjectStudio designer created method, and it defines the UI and it tells the widgets to which subject it has to be linked. We now look at a short script that I created for this demo. In the first line, it will connect to our database through our descriptor system, and it will return as a blog session. On the second line, we will read all the articles in the database, and we'll select the 10th article that we want to show in our UI. The third line then opens the interface using the selected article. We already closed the designer, so we have placed on our desktop. When we execute the code, the data from the article will be filled into the widgets. And you even see that there is one order line for this article and that there were 6 items ordered. The labels and attributes shown in the tabular list box are defined on the order line class. If it wasn't, all attributes would be randomly ordered on the list using their default getters. How do we get the data so well defined in the tabular list box? For this, we added 2 methods on the order list class: view attributes and view attribute labels. These methods tell the tabular list box which data should be shown in the list and how to get this data. Without these 2 methods, the list would show all attributes from the class and use the print method to show that raw data. As you can see in the order number method, we can get the info from the order for the order number, because we don't include the order number in the order line object. This concludes our short introduction to ObjectStudio's modeling and mapping tool. We hope you enjoyed it.